Hello, my name is Dave Simon, and I'm going to show you step by step how to sign up with eprospectfinder in less than 5 minutes. Now, that's assuming that you've already set up another email account with either Google or Yahoo, and you've also set up a free business account with AlertPay. Very important that it's the business account, not the personal account. Having done those two things, that'll make this very easy to do. First, you're going to go to your sponsor's website. It's going to look like this. You're going to scroll to the very bottom of the page after you've read everything, and you're going to click here to get started. And you're actually going to create your own account where you're going to have a website that looks just like this. Now, you'll notice your sponsor's name. Mine's David Simon. If I'm your sponsor, that's what you should see. If I'm not your sponsor, you want to make sure the person who sent you to this site, their name is there. Because you could have typed in the URL wrong and you're going to very easily end up at somebody else's site, and you don't want to do that. The username that you pick, you want to make sure that it's short and easy to remember, easy to spell, easy to say, because it is part of your URL. The password that you choose, you want to, again, write that down, because as you know by now, you've got a couple of passwords and you don't want to confuse them. You're going to make sure that the username that you choose for eprospectfinder and this password, write those down together so that you're able to log into eprospectfinder later on. Once you've confirmed your password and the email address that you've just created for this program and your first and last name, you will then simply create my account. You're then going to be redirected to the page where you're going to pay the 5 people the $3. And that page looks like this, and you can see you are now making payments 1 of 5 for $3. You'll simply click on the AlertPay button, click here to pay, and you're going to be redirected to AlertPay, and you'll have to log in to AlertPay using the email address that you've set up for AlertPay. Now, if you don't have an AlertPay account set up, you can do that here by clicking here and filling out that information. But again, I'm assuming that you've already done that, so we won't go through that. You'll simply log in using the email address that you have set up for AlertPay. And the thing that I want to point out that's very important is on the source of funds, you're going to need to change the source of funds every time you make a payment. Again, this is a new account with AlertPay, I'm assuming, so there is no funds in there, so you're going to have to use one of the credit cards that you've put on file. And to do that, you simply click here. You'll be then redirected to the page where you can click use my credit card. Obviously not my credit card, but the one that you have on file. If you have more than one, you'll simply drop down the drop-down box, choose that, and you will then simply hit continue, and you will then be redirected back to the page where you'll be able to make those payments. Now, before you can do that, the thing I want to point out as well is that you need to enter your PIN number that you set up with AlertPay. And once you've done that, you'll simply hit pay. Now, what you'll see next is a countdown, and you'll actually be redirected back to your eprospectfinder site where you've already set up that account, and you'll be making here 2 of 5. Now I just hit the back button rather than going through and making all the payments again, but you'll see making payments 2 of 5, and you'll log into AlertPay again, and you'll change the source of funds, you'll put in the PIN number, you'll make the payment, and again you'll see the countdown. You'll come back here, you'll be making then payment 3 of 5. Do this all 5 times, and at the very end of that process, you will then be redirected back to your eprospectfinder site where you'll be presented with a one-time offer for $99. And again, you'll want to read through that, look at that, decide if it's for you or not. I recommend that everybody takes it, because it is another money-making program where you actually would be paid with a one-up program that your sponsor will explain how that works to you if you don't know how a one-up works. But it can be very lucrative. It is optional though, however. So again, once you've gone through that process, you'll then be able to log into your account and actually set up your buy button. And by setting up your buy button, you'll then be able to receive payments as well. So again, I'll see you in the next video.